Thank you for joining me for this September 2024 rune reading. I'm just going to share my screen with you now so that I can show you the runes that appeared in the reading. Just one moment. Let's make that perfect. So, to come back to this reading, I want to say that the runes in the lower half very much relate to the themes that are there. But of course, there are always different possibilities as to how we can respond to that. And we're very, very much encouraged to respond from a place of inspiration, from a place of creativity, which is indicated by Kenas, otherwise known as Kalam, which is the rune that is standing at the top on its own as an open cup. It's open to the sky. It's open to the higher inspiration, which is wonderful because we all know that in most situations, there are different ways that we can respond. And of course, I am talking about general trends in this reading, but those general trends, I feel, are going to be operating in quite a few different countries, different parts of the world, different regions. But there is a theme here of being at a crossroads, many situations being at a crossroads. I know that I want to talk about this in relation not just to my homeland, the UK, my birthland, and also the United States, but many other places as well, and many situations as indicated by Berkana in its reverse position is indicating that many situations have come to the end of their natural cycle. And that is one of the reasons why we are encountering so much rapid change. And I certainly feel that the rapid change that, was already there, but became much faster around mid-July, is going to continue at the same pace through September and onwards beyond that. But we are challenged in a way to respond either from a place of reaction, which is perhaps the natural response when things are happening very quickly, or from the higher calling of creativity and opening up to the fire of inspiration and being willing to accept that something different is required in many instances. As I look to the rune on the right, in the lower segment, we have Odila, which is in its reversed position. And when this rune falls that way, it does indeed often mean that choices are made, decisions are made, and the other association with Gebo or Gyurv and being at a crossroads is of decisions being made, often quite quickly. Sometimes that is absolutely essential though. But when that happens, there is often the sense that the hand of authority has come down quite hard. And I can see here that there is likely to be issues very much continuing where different groups are in a way not fairly treated, or they feel they are not fairly treated, or decisions made are definitely harsh on some segments. But again, we are urged to think beyond reactionary responses, to think of how can we respond creatively? What would we like to have happen instead? If we are able to put something in place where something else has run its whole course, has come to a natural end of its usefulness, then what would we like to put in its place? What would we like to see there? And what is necessary to make it happen? These are all questions that can be asked at such times that can lead to better outcomes. And the likelihood here is, of course, that there will be chaos and confusion, that there will be some perceived harsh outcomes. And the other meaning, particularly when it's in its upright position associated with its ovilla, is that of inheritance. Not just the kind of inheritance where, somebody leaves this life and there's a bit of money. It's what we have created that has built towards now. And we are encouraged to look at that and to learn from it as societies, as individuals, but also as individuals to keep ourselves as strong and positive as we can. Cowan, which encourages healing, is encouraging us to just look at the next step ahead, to just think about what can inspire us, to take inspiration from words, from nature, from memories of beauty, from loved ones, through anything at all that feels inspiring, whether it's a song, whether it's a flower in a vase, to look at life as having two sides, to know that along with the chaos and confusion that can make us feel quite uncertain or as though we are not walking on a level playing field, we can look at the beauties that are very much still there, the memories, the kindnesses, but above all, when this rune shows in this position, when Cowan or Kenas, which can mean torch, a torch to guide us, shows in this position, we are encouraged to look towards the best that is within us and around us, but also to aspire to the best that we have not yet discovered. And that is a very encouraging thought, because there will always be possibilities, good possibilities, that we have not yet discovered, that we have not yet opened out to. And chaotic circumstances that are very changeable, or crossroads moments, can all push us through a doorway through which we are able to become more open to new possibilities. And that is what this reading is telling us. Aspire to the highest and the best. Do not be allowing yourself to be bound more than necessary to that which is heavy. Yes, the practicalities exist and they have to be worked with, but do not allow the heaviness to become more dominant than it has to be. Allow the brightness of newborn fire. Allow the brightness of new light to enter into the equation. Allow yourself, as much as you can, to cut ties with that which has to be let go of, that which is no longer serving you, or no longer serving the society that we live in. Because it isn't just people that are being encouraged to do this, although of course societies and countries are composed of people, but we are being encouraged to let go of those things that need to be let go of, even if that can leave us feeling adrift, even that if that can leave us feeling that we want something different to what has been put in place. Those aspirations are there for a reason. and we should follow them. We should allow them to grow. These are my thoughts for September on the themes that the runes have indicated for the month. I'm going to stop sharing the image now. There we are. Now, I do offer personal readings, either mediumship readings, in which I communicate with loved ones, as I would do if I was working in a spiritualist church, something that I'm very experienced at, and bring evidence of the person who is communicating, and usually an encouraging or an uplifting message. And they love to share memories, and they love to share those memories that will usually delight you. I cannot guarantee who would communicate in such a reading, but quite often the person that you would like does come forwards. The other readings I offer are rune readings, which are similar to what I have been doing here, but they work on an individual basis. And we can look at what is around you, what is upcoming, knowing that the runes indicate choice points and likelihoods and different possibilities. But also I offer what I call runes and rainbows readings. And the book that I wrote, first of all, published in 2014, Runes and Rainbows, is about my way of working with the runes and also the chakras and energies or aura of the person that is having the reading in an integrated way. And those readings can be quite exciting to experience. If you would like to contact me, my contact details are on my website, K Cook Spirit Wings. But I do these readings now every month, and I would be very happy if you wanted to join me for the reading for October.